this is Adolf once again. Whereas the last time I was explaining my involvement with the Illuminati, to my rise to power, and having the ability to use them, they perceived to be using me, but ended up a completely opposite way. So, what was my intention? My intention was to send a message to the systems, to the demons that was governing and ruling the world. In everything, I saw them everywhere, all the time, in everything, controlling everything, influencing everything, human beings' lives, etc. I wanted to send them a message. I wanted to show them that, I'm standing up and I'm not allowing them to enslave these people anymore. Because these people's life essence exists within them as who they are. I see it. I'm going to bring that out. I am going to fuck these systems and the demons that feed off it into oblivion. So it's interesting that my specific way of applying myself while being Adolf Hitler on Earth was seen as the most atrocious event of mankind, when actually the atrocity exists within human beings, existed within the world, existed within who and what human beings had become. The one thing that pissed me off the most while I was here was money. I hated it. I could see what human beings were doing with it. It was vulgar, it was dirty. So I knew I had to get my hands on money. The one thing I hated the most of the world. Because it was only with money that I was able to get to the point of power, and that's why I got involved with the Illuminati, because of course I knew they were the ones in control of everything. Now the Illuminati expanded to, they don't favor anything or anyone, let alone people, country, laws. They don't give a fuck at all. What is implemented is not only to control society, but also the very presence of a government and of a country. It's all a controlled system, and I wanted to break it. And the only way that I knew in that time how to stand up and make a statement and sift out who and what human beings would follow me as what I stand for as life, and who would choose the systems, who would choose to remain systems, the demons. So my entire act of atrocity in this world was to fuck the systems in the world. Systems that human beings have become of demons. Those that followed me were the ones that I would have taken and led further into the world of what is it that I was implementing. And I knew only I could stand there. And only I stood alone in everything that I'd done. And I would have sent everyone all across the world until I would have left, and then everything was settled. God, I don't know how it was possible, but shit, if I was crazy in perceiving that would even be possible, then so be it. But my specific application was what I did and what was necessary. So, stood in the point of power, control, started my building up my sport, sifting out, the people will walk with me, and the systems and the demons will suffer. And I made a promise to myself in the beginning, before everything started falling perfectly into plan. I said, these systems will experience what they've done to the people that are of life, that has suppressed them. So everything I did to human beings who weren't human beings, who still aren't. Systems, you're nothing. Demons, controlling these systems. I didn't feel anything for anyone. I didn't care about anything or anyone, but sorting out this world, removing the systems of the world that are controlling the people, that are in control of the people, that are suppressing their life essence, who they are, you know, is what I'm experiencing. And I wanted everyone to experience what I was experiencing. Don't look at my actions and what I did. No one ever knew what I really stood for. And here I now have the opportunity to experience my event again with everyone. So, what happened next? So the gas chambers and the concentration camps, the starvation of them, it's exactly the same thing that the systems were doing to human beings as who they are within themselves at life essence. I was merely showing the world what you were doing to yourselves and each other and the world in its entirety, because you're systems. I wasn't afraid to kill. I didn't feel any regret to kill. Only, well, of course, you know, when I got into the dimensions, I had a shitload of forgiveness to do. Place it mildly, because the way I did it was not the most preferable way. I understand that now, but at that moment, that's all I could see was what could work, was what could be effective to send a message to the systems, to tell them, fuck, I am now here and you will no more enslave my people, which my people, I mean the people of me as that which was suppressed by the systems and the demons. So I let them feel what they were actually doing, these systems and the demons. Okay, thank you very much. This is Hitler.